Hi everyone! I hope you're all doing super well and having a pretty joyous holiday season, and I definitely am. So Christmas is my favorite time of the year. This is one of 3 trees in my home, so that's where I'm at. This is obviously my Disney tree. Anyway, so today I thought we'd go through and talk about my favorite attractions in the Walt Disney World Resort. And this will include all 4 theme parks, not water parks. And I will talk about my top 5 favorites, and then just for kicks, I'll throw in my 4 least favorite attractions, 1 for each park. So let's just jump right into it. Here we go. Starting with my very favorite attraction. It is I would say it's my all-time favorite attraction at Walt Disney World. And that is Soarin' at Epcot. Well, now it's Soarin' around the world. And for those of you that don't know what Soarin' is it's a hang gliding experience where it simulates that you are hang gliding over certain parts of the world. Now, before this year, it was Soarin' around California. Or Soarin' over, I forget. Either way, you would be flying over different attractions in all of California, which was really cool, but it didn't really make a lot of sense for anywhere besides Disneyland. So this June they reopened Soarin' around the world, and it takes you to some of the most amazing parts of the world. And what I was really nervous about, but I'm not anymore, is that they still kept the original music but tweaked it for the countries you were in, because the music is my favorite part of Soarin', I think. I don't know. It just gives me a lot of feels all of the time. So that is my favorite attraction. And then the other attractions I'll go through, they're not really in a list. They're just kind of up there depending on the mood I'm in. They go back and forth. So I would say another top favorite attraction is Peter Pan's Flight at Magic Kingdom. This gives me a lot of nostalgia. This is the attraction I remember riding the most throughout my childhood and into my adult life. For those of you who don't know, Peter Pan's Flight is at Magic Kingdom in Fantasyland, and it's basically a dark ride of the story of Peter Pan. So you'll go through the nursery, and then you go fly across London, and basically through the story. And it's just super cute, super adorable, really old, but still very nostalgic, and I love it a lot. Going to thrill rides. These go back and forth. My favorite roller coaster, I would probably have to say, is Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney's Hollywood Studios. But I don't know. I think Expedition Everest at Animal Kingdom is getting up there. It's so fun. I like both of them so much. It's so hard. But I probably would say Rock and Roller Coaster, just because the adrenaline before you start it's crazy. Come here. Oh my goodness.
We'll tell them the rest of our favorite attractions.
And then, is that 3? That's 3. So the final 2, I would say, going back to Magic Kingdom, this one is getting up there lately. It's like my favorite. It's a go-to. If I don't ride this experience, I will probably be really upset. Yeah. And that is the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. And this is a hidden gem, because a lot of people are like, oh, you just sit and you move throughout Tomorrowland. Okay, yeah, but that's a great thing. That's a special thing for people. And it's just so great. You get to sit and enjoy it. And it's a long ride. It's like 5 minutes, something like that. I don't know. But it's great and I will always do it. It's just like my favorite thing, just to chillax. And sometimes if you're lucky, maybe Space Mountain will be down and the lights will be on inside Space Mountain. And so you can see the track of Space Mountain, which kind of freaks out a lot of people. I think it's cool. Anyway, so that's definitely one of my favorite attractions ever. And then number 5, I would have to say, is the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom. Just because it's an original attraction, it's an original story, but it's just, I don't know, there's something about it. Every time I go on it, I'm like, there's something to see at every corner. And I feel like, even though I do go on it a lot, I feel like I discover something new each and every time. And I don't know, it's just like one of my favorites. So yeah, those are my top 5 favorites. Again, we'll go through Soarin', Peter Pan's Flight, Rock and Roller Coaster, People Mover, and Haunted Mansion. Top 5, definitely favorites. Obviously, there are some honorable mentions here and there. I do love a lot of attractions. But for kicks and giggles, let's talk about the attraction at each park that I will always skip. I will always skip them. At Magic Kingdom, I will always skip Splash Mountain. Why? Because I always have the worst luck with getting soaked. And not at like the big drop, no. Like little baby drops where it just decides to just devour me. I also hate drops. Like, I absolutely hate them. I can do roller coasters. I think it's because, I don't know, I can do roller coasters super easy. But this drop in Splash Mountain gives me incredible anxiety and I almost have a panic attack every single time because it's, I don't know. I can't do it. For my bachelorette party, we all did it. And what was funny is everybody thought it was my idea to do it. But I only suggested it because we had people there who had never been to Walt Disney World before. And so I was like, okay, well, they obviously want to do Splash Mountain. So after we get off and everybody just had a miserable time because they're all wet, they're all like, oh, it was Miranda's idea. And I was like, excuse me, I would never in my life say this. I did this for the benefit of you. Anyway. But I love the dark ride part of Splash Mountain. It's like my favorite. But the drop in the water, I just can't. And it's smelly all the time. Okay, so that was Magic Kingdom. At Epcot, I will always skip Mission Space because I do not feel green or orange. I just don't feel like vomiting. Ugh, I hate it. It's terrible. It needs to be replaced like yesterday. Okay. At Disney's Animal Kingdom, I, with every fiber of my being, dislike It's Tough to Be a Bug. I said it. There it is. It is terrible. I did it this past June for the first time in a few years because my husband had never done it and I was like, okay, let's do it. Like, I don't remember. So let's do it. And for those of you who don't know, it's a 4D experience starring the stars of A Bug's Life. And things will go into your face. Things will go under your legs and shoot you in the back and on your feet. And it's just, I also hate bugs. I hate creepy crawly things. I hate, it's just so bad. I will never do it again. Ever, ever in my life. I won't ever do it. Okay? Just so we're clear. And last but not least, at Disney's Hollywood Studios, I don't do Tower of Terror. Again, I just don't like drops. Drops terrify me. And what's so funny is that, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I will always go through the queue because it is the best theming ever. It's amazing. I love it so much. So I will always go through the queue, but then I always take the chicken exit and wait for I'll be the bag lady and wait for my party in the gift shop. But I've only been on it twice in my life. And both times, as you're like moving through the story, getting ready to drop, my forearms are holding onto the handles and they go numb. They literally go numb both times. And afterward, this has happened literally both times I've been on it, my hands get stuck around, like they're still holding onto the handles for up to an hour after the ride. I am not kidding. This has happened to me twice. The only 2 times I've been on it. My forearms go numb and my hands get stuck like this. And even if you like try and move my hand, it'll slowly morph back. I wish I was making this up. If you want a picture of how my hands ended up, like, I will show it to you because it is 100% true. And it's terrifying to me. I can't do it. I can't do drops. Especially when you don't know when it's coming. That's the worst. That is my nightmare. Anyway, but love the theming. I'll always do the cue every time. But yeah. So those are my top 5 favorite and my least favorite attraction at each park at Walt Disney World Resort. I would love to hear what your favorites are. I'm sure a lot of people disagree with my least favorites. But yeah, that's just who I am. That's what I like. So yeah, I would love to hear your favorites and your least favorites. It's always really entertaining to me to understand reasoning behind picking those. So let me know in the comments below. Anyway, if you like this video, like my channel, subscribe to my channel. I don't know when I did say I would come out with videos every other week, but that's not happening. Ugh. It's been busy. It's the holiday season. You understand. But definitely go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram, which is @themagicalmiranda. I like to post all of my Disney photos there. And then also if you want the latest information on the Walt Disney World property and maybe the occasional Disneyland story, go and like my Facebook page, which is Magical Moments by Miranda. I usually repost all of the news that's happening around the world. So yeah, alright, well I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday season. And I will see you all in my next video. Have a magical day. See ya!